what y'all ask about me. Y'all as soft as Downey. I got the crew around me. I got it.
Mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti, 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 spaghetti.
I like when I know when I can cut stuff, you know, like while it's happening, I'm like, okay, this is great. I can save 20 seconds right here.
I love going into a bit thinking, all right, this one ain't gonna make it.
This ain't gonna get the final cut.
I've already done this.
But I'm gonna keep going.
I've done that bit before too.
I'm sure.
I was like, once I got into it, I was like, man, Alex, you're better than
just
this.
Commit. Yeah, just commit. I appreciate it. Welcome to Rapcast episode 57, I think. What happened last episode?
Oh, man.
I actually don't remember.
Life happened, man. I've been forgetting shit.
Yeah.
We talked about the Doja Cat thing.
Oh, the Doja Cat episode. Yeah. Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah. We had fun. Lil Wayne showed up.
That's right.
One of our most high-profile guests, yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to be humble about it. We're not trying to,
Well, it's only going up from here.
Yeah.
We
have a special guest today that we're going to call up.
A certain female rapper that we will eventually reveal the identity of in a special...
By the new year, if
hours.
If they haven't reached out to us again, then we'll,
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing herself on Instagram and...
We'll keep it in the tuck for now. Yeah. But just know, if you are a rapper out there and you want some exposure...
Yeah.
We're willing to use you for entertainment. No, but the rappers we have made friends with, Rick, Indigo, Joe Jazz, those are some real-ass dudes. We are going to get Joe Jazz back on in some capacity soon, because he's been doing crazy shit out in the UK. Shout out him.
Videos, shows, Go follow him. Go follow us on platforms at Superfinger Inc., TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
But we are also considering putting some trash rappers on the show to trash them. But if they're good enough at being made fun of, they might just somehow turn us.
And they could get signed to the Trash Bag Records.
Yeah.
Miles is attached to. A bunch of those kind of guys. So you could make it.
By the way, Miles has been soaring.
We put him on. What was that new Abraham Lincoln track? Was crazy.
Look,
that was hilarious.
Once Fantano had hopped on the bandwagon, now it's got a whole new life. But just know, we were on the Miles tip way before.
Roll the clip.
The Melon.
So this guy, I like quite a bit. Miles.
Yes.
Niggas say I'm out of town, I'm in Hong Kong. I'm just trying to get this cash in Hong Kong. I don't care about flight.
Come on. This is the goofy shit
that
I want to make with my buddies, and it's just funny, it's stupid, it's not going to pop off, I don't think. But it's perfect for TikTok, it's perfect, like, low-quality music in terms of, like, low-effort videos.
Yeah.
The song, clearly not well-mixed at all, probably just ripped from YouTube beats or whatever, but just for the meme, he's into it. I fuck with him.
Mr. Melon, as he's known.
Got his teeth in.
Yeah.
Sunk his best teeth in the game.
His vampire teeth in.
So we continue to vanquish all of our nemesis out there in the podcasting space. It's on site.
Yes.
Danny Brown is now one of our competitors.
In a sense, yeah.
He also put a new album out, but we're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah, so if you listen to us and like the more kind of artsy rap shit, the Earl Sweatshirt stuff, the Danny Brown stuff, that's next week. We're going to shoot two episodes kind of back to back here. This episode is about Drake and I guess Offset and a few other like kind of big Westside Gunn, a few of the bigger artists, and then we'll do kind of the more niche shit next episode. So even if you don't like this shit, just like keep the volume down and just like watch it, the rest of it.
Yeah, so
in the background.
Next week we'll be wearing like those artist hats.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because you got the Loverboy glasses on.
Yeah, and I always wear a jersey every time we discuss Drake.
Is that true?
Roll the tape.
Okay, it's 2 roll the tapes in the first 5 minutes.
If that's been like a long-standing tradition,
that's impressive. I wonder if you knew about it, or are you just pulling out of your ass? Are you making that up?
No, on the original, we've reviewed Drake. This is the 4th time we've reviewed a Drake album.
Certified Lover Boy, Her Loss, Honestly Never Mind, and this is For All the Dogs.
Yeah, and I was wearing a jersey every time.
Oh, all right.
Crazy.
Because guess what? Drake is big as the what?
Big as the what?
Big as the Super Bowl, because it's two guys in the studio and they're podcasting. Who do you know? Shit.
But we're doing a lot of barking this episode.
We'll edit that to be cooler, so you put you put like a laugh now, cry later type beat underneath it, you know. So I'm already giving you lots of editing assignments.
Man. I'm used to it. Dogs, man. I mean,
we got our dog.
Well, yeah, we have a dog upstairs. We'll get to the dogs in a moment. But first, we should definitely shout out, before we get too far in here, we dropped a new music video. FANNY Pack is the rap group that we run with, and
Young Jizz himself right here.
That's me.
Leader of the crew. Buddy Alex over here. I'm, sort of a background character in the FANNY Pack universe.
And then freaking collaborator.
And the little engine that could, Jay Pasty.
I like to be called that.
Producer, wizard, warlock, whatever you may. Put out a new music video called Murder in the Mosh Pit. There's 2 parts to it, so even if the goofy fucking hype shit isn't your bag, just stick around to about the 2-minute mark and then it'll switch up. And I think it's the best video we've done so far. I keep saying that about every new one, but I think that's how it should work.
So the process of making it, you guys, where'd you get the idea to do the security footage kind of, was that...
Yeah.
From somebody or something?
I think we just... I think, because we had a bunch of ideas for music videos, and we didn't know really which one to run with. And then we had the most ideas for Murder in the Mosh Pit, some of which you came up with, and the 3 of us came up with as well, just like random things. And I don't really exactly remember how the security footage shit came about. I think we just realized, our buddy Kid Sid mentioned that his house has security cameras all over the place. So I think we just we should just shoot something there. We wanted to shoot something there. We weren't sure what, and then we just let's just do it for this video.
Yeah, and you guys busted out some moves.
Well, we were. It even says in the video the date. I think it was January or February. It was freezing outside, but we committed. And his and Kid Sid's family, his family and nephews and a bunch of people were in the house just staring at us doing this crazy weird shit. They had no idea what was going on.
Oh shit! That's
not his parents or anything, so that's good. But some of his brothers were being what the fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of camera angles, a lot of cuts, a lot of fucking energy. We did some more shots just in our backyard here. I think that was last November maybe. Yeah. So it's been about a year of the whole thing. Because I kind of put a pause on it over the summer, and then I came around to it again in October and released it for Halloween. So
it was cool. It was cool to see. Probably the only video that we've ever made that you can legit kind of dance. You can kind of get into a...
Yeah.
Because this has the most choppy editing, and you guys are busting out some crazy moves. I have one question about the song. This is a question for Diaper Boy. The slipping on semen part. Is that a reference to when A$AP Rocky was in that interview with A$AP Ferg?
That's exactly it, because I mentioned in the track earlier, because that's how dated the track actually is. I say, free Rocky, free Flacco. That's when he was arrested in Sweden back in 2019.
Right.
When Trump was still in office. And the song came out last year, and so it's even more dated. But I think that was mainly because I said that shit, and then he started writing some goofy nonsense.
Yeah, I just wanted some clarity on that one, because I was is this actually a direct reference, or is it just your the manic energy of the stew and just what 3 disgusting men
a little
rapping.
bit of both.
Just cum distillery.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think most of us were in the stew that day. I think Anthony might have been as well. You were definitely, because you were the screaming.
I was the screaming. I remember.
You're in the video.
I remember. Sorry, little Deego.
Yeah.
Was losing his mind over the cum distillery bar.
Yeah.
He was how dare you do this, or something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And
I know our buddy Big Daddy Big Bones was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, because as soon as I started screaming, I saw him just walk out.
Yeah.
He's no, I can't do this.
Yeah, a lot of us were in the studio that day, but only a handful got on the track. And Deego wanted specifically to be not the fuck shit part. He's like, give me the shit at the end.
Yeah, I really wanted to be on that part too, but I'm like, he
Yeah.
anything I would have done.
Verse of the year last year, potentially.
Yeah.
From Deego. Listen to the song, listen to the video. We'll have Deego on the phone in a sec to talk about his section of the video. It's a bunch of AI-generated shit. And we'll get his take on that and the whole video. Right?
We be using AI.
Hello.
Yo,
Deego.
Yo.
Can I call you Daddy?
Depends on the setting.
All the time, right now.
The setting, 3 guys in a basement.
Cutting it a little close there, boys, but
We don't have to
floats
talk
your boat,
about
Daddy.
the child, obviously, and we can cut all this. This is the first time I'm talking to you since.
Yes.
I just want to say congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Beautiful
Thanks, guys.
child.
Thanks.
And you have a beautiful family over there.
He is a heartbreaker, that's for sure. He's breaking my heart with my sleep deprivation.
Oh yeah.
Because
You sound tired. Let's just put that out there. But I mean, can we expect anything else? That would be.
Oh, he's grinding. He's not taking care of the baby. He's grinding.
Oh, okay.
You
Like
have
clips.
no idea.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
we were
no
talking. I
idea.
was with the guys last night, Two Logs and Diaper Boy, and we were like, "Oh yeah, I guess like apparently you have to like feed the baby like every 2 hours, no matter what." And I didn't know that.
They'll straight die.
So you have to like wake up. You have to just not sleep. Deego, thank you. You're on the podcast again once more.
Making your triumphant return.
We'll get to Drake. I promise you.
Yes.
We're talking right now. We're talking about the Murder in the Mosh Pit music video, which we're urging people to go watch. Now, tell the audience why you think it's worth the watch.
Honestly, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the concept of the Fountain of Youth, but let's just say that I lost 10 years just now.
Oh no!
You know, I lost a lot of time just
I think
watching
that-
it
I
on
mean-
repeat.
The video,
It's a 3-minute long video. I don't know.
yeah, and you had the video. You had the child a few days after the video, so I think you're correlating some things there.
Yeah, but regardless, I mean, I watched it so many times. My age, you know, I reverted back to a baby.
Fair
I
enough.
no longer find conventional adult humor funny. I'm now purely just murder in the mosh pit kind of level of humor.
That's good to hear. It's for goons. It's for rebellious teenagers.
Gooners
It's for, for
as well.
gooners, yeah.
Goon is the correct word. I'm just kidding. But yeah, go check it out. We worked really hard on it. And by we, I mean you and
Yes.
you alone.
The guys did some dancing in the cold.
I had to be in that really distorted pose for the
chalk
the
outline.
chalk outline
yeah.
and it was real.
That was one of the specific shots that we had going into it, was the chalk outline thing. The rest of it was kind of just on the fly, like...
A tradition that goes way back, putting Josh in uncompromising situations for our entertainment.
That's a tale as old as time, really.
Yeah. We'll keep doing it.
Anyway, your verse was sick at the end, and we did a
yeah.
little AI thing.
Yeah, I remember messaging you, and you were just, like, not down for a video at the moment, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man. I'm adopting the old style. I don't know if you remember, but old style ski mask level. I don't want to be on the fucking internet.
Okay, got you. Don't want to show your face. Yeah, no.
Fair enough.
You are hiding a child.
Yeah, exactly. And,
man.
at the end of the day, like, motherfuckers will rip you apart for just being you. So I'm
Fair
gonna.
enough.
Yeah,
I'm just
we're out here on these internet streets, and it's a cold world. Let's just say that.
I know you guys are going through it in your YouTube comment section. YouTube.com/superfinger. Everyone go check that out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Start some fights in the comment section, please.
Can you just call me back in like maybe 15?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry about it, guys.
No worries. See you in a bit. Okay.
All
In the
right.
meantime,
That'll be funny, but we can get into Drake
Yeah.
and then just have him join in.
Once more, check out the video. If you're listening on Spotify or whatever the hell, go to our YouTube page, like Deego just said. Watch the video, get the views up. It's fire, it's short, it's a lot of different kind of changes in it, and we want to do more music videos in the future, so help us help you get entertainment.
There's many a half-formed idea of music video out there. I thought you did a good job with it.
Thank you.
But I thought also, really, you did it, but really the computer hive mind did a good job.
Yeah, I really didn't. Because me and Deego were talking about doing some sort of thing about like putting on some like black artists or like black like painters and stuff like that, and like having like some like interesting different kind of stuff for his verse. But then I just couldn't, like, he's all the way in, he's in a different province right now, so it's like we couldn't really get into it like that to really discuss it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna run with this thing and just send it to him, because I was fucking around with the AI anyway, just for my own shit. So I sent it to him and he was like, I love it, I wouldn't change a thing. So that's how it became what it is. So check it out. Dogs, man.
Last week it was cats. This week it's dogs. We can't do this review without an actual dog.
I know.
Sacrilege.
Indicate. Alright, come on. You're on the pod. No, you're on the pod. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go.
Oh, this is wholesome content.
Look at that.
Look at this dog.
Thumbnail. Nikki, pose for the thumbnail, please.
He's so uncomfortable.
There you go.
You're too down with the gangy. You're one of my members.
Nikki, what'd you think of Drake?
Get me out of here.
This has anything to do with it. Fair enough.
He's never going to be on the podcast again.
And we'll get Deego on to talk about his thoughts on the Drake album. He has some business to attend to. But yeah, fourth time reviewing Drake. Do we have to do any preamble at all? You know our thoughts about him.
Really quickly, he had some good albums in the early 2010s. He kind of stopped trying about 8 years ago or so, but he still has a couple hits on his albums.
But generally, they're just kind of bloated and kind of lack direction and a lot of filler. You know,
I'm starting to kind of mature my thoughts overall on Drake, like since Certified Lover Boy, and how I think he does make some interesting choices. He gets some good features. Like, these albums aren't terrible. They're listenable.
Yeah.
But they're often too long.
Yes. It's like an hour 20 for all the dogs.
It's just the subject matter is just not that interesting anymore. He has what he wants. The whole album's about... This whole new album is all about some girl who ruined a vacation for him.
Yeah, named Haley.
Like some young girl in her 20s who was like immature. Like, this is a interesting story now.
You're 34, Drake. What do you expect?
I don't know. He needs to progress.
That's what a lot of people say, and then like I was championing for it after CLB came out, and I was like, let's get a Drake album where with a different sound, with different shit, and we got Honestly Nevermind, and that's like one of the worst Drake albums ever to me. Only like 3 or 4 like decent songs.
We didn't like that one very much
because he wasn't trying even more. Like, he was like,
it was like different style, still not trying. Then he dropped Her Loss, which was
Savage. It was not bad.
Better. And it definitely had some songs that I still listen to.
For sure.
I kind of got back into the song Broke Boys recently.
Broke Boys is a good one. Middle of the Ocean. There's some good songs. There's also
Rich Flex, that's what it was, yeah.
But there's also, what was that one, like... Silence and something? 7 Hours of Silence, some shit like that?
I forget.
It was a 5-minute song of just Drake crooning and like maybe 8 bars of 21 Savage kind of just phoning it in, and it was bad.
Yeah. That one he kind of definitely borrowed from his... I mean, the fact that it was a collab album, he was borrowing from his contemporaries a little bit to refine his sound and be taken more seriously as a rap.
A lot of Yachty credits on that one.
So, yeah, Yachty definitely had his imprint on Drake's music. And I think
it's crazy to think about how, like, if you said that to me in 2017 that Yachty would have would affect Drake's music and like inspire him, I'd be like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, but the fact that Drake's trajectory, who's already kind of going downhill at the time,
yeah,
you could see that. But for all the dogs, overall thoughts?
To me, it's like all of Drake's like big albums since Views. Like you got Views, you got More Life, you got Scorpion, Certified Lover Boy. They're all kind of the same to me in terms of like structure and like they're all like way too long. They're a bunch of filler songs. Like I don't really have like anything new to say necessarily about the album. I have stuff to say about the songs, but like to me, it's just Drake doing Drake. And I guess maybe because I knew at this point, like, that's what it's going to be going in, I was a little bit, I was maybe a little more satisfied because I knew going into it that I probably wouldn't like it that much. So I was like, okay, you know, it's just whatever. Like, it's just a Drake album, right? Like, didn't have expectations, whereas in the past I might have for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I realized this time, I'm like, I should have expectations with Drake. It's going to be long. It's going to be bloated. It's going to be filler.
I don't think it's, like, that bad.
Yeah,
really?
I don't think it's not bottom 10 of the year. It's just kind of in the middle of the pack because like if you take the best songs, then you can get a good album, but there's like 9 or 10 songs on here that just aren't good and I don't like.
Yeah, and as an album, it's just not, the subject matter is not very compelling to the point where I can see this really being one of the lasting pieces of music that he does.
And comparing it to Certified Lover Boy, his last album, like in this similar vein to me, I know it was I think it was your least favorite album that year, or one of them. I think comparing it to For All the Dogs, it doesn't have as high of highs maybe, but the lows aren't as low either. Like there's some like atrocious songs on CLB, like Way Too Sexy, the one with Little Baby. There's a few other ones. But whereas the bad ones on here aren't like terrible, they're just like kind of boring, you know?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Again, yeah, it's hard to make it through the whole thing in one sitting.
I've only done it like 3 times. Maybe.
But, you know, I think which often happens when we review albums is after you listen to it a few times, you do start to notice that there are redeeming qualities and that it's not... It does stay somewhat entertaining.
It has its moments throughout.
But the fact that he's still kind of in the same place with addressing the Pusha T beef, and being forever offended by, you know, some things that happened like back in 2018,
and like just the scorned relationship type of vibe. Like, man, you have a child, you're like 35. Like what else can you give us? If you're one of the GOATs, like prove it. Like switch up, see what like. But I think like he's at this point, which we've talked about before, where he's kind of just phoned it in. He's going to play the numbers game. He's going to play the streaming game. That's why he puts out these long albums, because it gets him the most streams. He knows there's filler on it.
Drake is almost a simulation of a rapper at this
point.
It's
and like he knows that like people are just going to take the best songs and put it on a playlist. So why not release a fucking hour 20-minute album? You know?
Yeah, I think that it's Drake doing Drake is a good succinct way of saying it. The whole you know, emotional guy / savage playboy thing that he's been doing for years. Like, I think there are moments where he does capture the emotion of it and kind of makes fun of it a little bit in a way, or it's taken a little bit ironically, like in the song Slime You Out. Like, I think he actually did a good performance on that one and kind of got to the point of what his whole character is in a way that wasn't like too, you know, taking itself too seriously. But it's like you get these kind of feelings in Drake's song. Like Drake is in my feelings. But you don't really get true emotions, or you don't get like a real person. A real person doesn't come through because he's
kind of
a fake guy.
Type of thing. I'm just like, it's almost like a robot or AI, like you said a second ago. I have to just kind of...
We got so many aliases.
I have to kind of realize at this point, and it's, you know, I blame the podcast partly for this. Because I have Last FM at like Traction Music and stuff, and I've had it since 2021. And it shows like your top like 50 or 100 artists that like most listen to songs, and I think Drake's probably in my top 10. Mainly, I think because of like how much I listened to CLB when it came out for reviews, and like Honestly Nevermind, and like, you know, that kind of stuff. That just kind of tends to be how it goes. But I have to kind of face the facts that like I like a lot of Drake songs. Like I like Drake. I have to just say it. I can't just be like, I don't like him. You know, I don't like him as a person.
Folks, this is, yeah.
I don't like him as a person. I think he's fucking a douchebag and a hypocrite in a lot of ways.
And probably a groomer.
Potentially, which we've spoken about before. But, like, I can't say I don't like his music. I listen to it a lot. And there's a lot of good stuff. A lot from back in the day, to be fair. But, yeah. I kind of had to face the fact. That's kind of where my emotional state has been.
Wow.
I've been raw.
Confessions.
I've been thinking a lot.
I'm the same way. Where like he's not somebody I would mention as one of my favorites.
No.
But if you were to add up all the numbers and everything, he would probably be like in a top 10 conversation. Just he's had a long career and there's an undeniable
songs. Yeah.
An undeniable like pop appeal that he has.
But it's still like we're still being honest when we say like
his albums.
It's been boring for years. It's been the same for years.
Yeah.
Like you can both of those things can be true. Call up the boy, the real boy. That Drizzy Drake shit.
The man. He's more of a man.
Yeah,
than us.
that's true.
He has seed. His seed can grow.
Put that baby in a FedEx box.
Oh my God, he shipped it away. I can't believe
Didn't you
it.
just say
You shot my baby down today.
Damn.
It's all good. It's all good. He'll be okay.
Okay, thank you for taking time out of your day.
So we just did a long preamble on Drake's.
We did about 10 minutes of our general thoughts on the album and him as a whole at this point. To summarize, we think this Drake album is a Drake album. It's kind of the similar formula to his past few in terms of there's some good songs on it, obviously. It's maybe a little bit bloated. There's some misses in there, personally to us. But there's some highs at the same time. And I also, you'll be happy to hear that I admitted that I like Drake. For the first time on this podcast. Because I had to face the fact. I'm looking at my Last FM, and he's like top 10 like most listened to all time for me. And I'm like, I listen to him all the time. Like, I like Drake. Like, I have to just say it.
Now I gotta ask. Is this new revelation of I like Drake? I like that. I like that you're coming out the closet finally, buddy, and you're not diving too deep into your alternative bag. And I know you're going out to see these obscure Toronto music bands, in parks and stuff. And
music bands.
Your taste has been skewed a little bit over the years. All these alt women like coercing you into like
no, he's right.
I get it. But now I hear you say you like Drake.
But it's not because of the new album. It's a revelation that I had recently, but it's not because I like the new album a whole lot. It's because I just realized that like I have so much Drake on my phone. He pops up on a lot of my playlists, and a lot of his good shit. It's older. It's Take Care. It's Nothing Was the Same. It's If You're Reading This. But since Views, like we kind of. Our thinking is that he's kind of had the same kind of streaming formula, just try to get his numbers up, to get number one. And while doing that, there are some great songs on each album, but like I said earlier, there's some misses.
Now, when you say each album, are you referring to both For All the Dogs, out now in all DSPs, or are you referring to Scary Hours 3, also out now in all DSPs?
That's a different... It throws a wrench in it because
I just heard that like one time, so I don't really.
I wrote notes on it on the train ride here.
Oh my God!
I like it a lot. It's great. I think the deluxe. But if you're separating it, it's different. But I don't know because it's not an EP. It's a deluxe, right? So to me, a deluxe is part of an album. If it was an EP, I would be like, this is the best Drake project since If You're Reading This. But because it's a deluxe of For All the Dogs, it just makes the album longer.
I will say this. Upon my first listen, all right. Now listen, I got my Aveeno Shea Butter Lotion gone right now. I've sipped my chamomile tea tonight. I'm in a good mood.
Don't I know it? Yeah.
I'm in a truth speaking mood. Before the Scary Hours 3, I am willing to say I will go down and say this Drake album For All the Dogs was like an 8. After Scary Hours,
that's still too high.
No, listen. After Scary Hours. This is a 12. This is
oh, shit.
Man.
It's breaking my scale right now. He doesn't know how to rap like he does before.
He said that.
He told us.
That's what I appreciated. I mean, I like Drake's rapping bag probably a whole lot more than his R&B bag for the most part, so that's why I appreciated Scary Hours 3 more. And because the production was, like, he got a Conductor beat again, he got an Alchemist beat, like, he got, like, a more interesting production than what he usually raps on as well.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not going to Drake albums for production, all right? I'm not going
Fair
to
enough.
Drake albums for, hell, even, like cohesive lyrics. I'm going for Instagram captions. I'm
Yes.
going for, wow, I can't believe he just said that about a woman. That's a human being. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going for. And he gave it to me.
In that sense, he delivers. I can say, yeah.
Like, if you look at, he told you he's fucking 22-year-olds in the club. This guy's 37.
Yeah.
Right? Any sane man, any sane 40-year-old came up to you today, said, hey, I'm going to the club to go look for these 21, 22, 23-year-olds.
Jail.
Kind of giving
Immediately.
them a cross eye. But we're so used to it. Our brains
Yeah.
are so used to it from Drake because he's like,
Drake has groomed the world into accepting his insane behavior.
there's literally a picture of him standing in front of like 1,000 bras on the floor.
That's true. That was a crazy pick, yeah.
It's not AI.
I don't know if we
It's
talked
a
about
real
that. Yeah, that was
picture.
crazy.
Like this guy's a full blown. Like I don't want to use the word predator because that's not
That's
the
connotation.
correct
Is he
way.
Diddy level? Are we talking the surviving Diddy? Or
Oh, man.
Damn, too soon? I mean, Cassie? No,
Pray for
not
Cuddy.
too soon. Because if we're gonna be real, I think Diddy's music's too good. But I don't want to
Diddy?
hear
Who
any
gives a
news
fuck about
about
Diddy's
Diddy. I
music?
don't want to hear anything. His
Anyway.
music's too good. Stay away from that.
right.
Also, he's one of those people you don't want to talk bad about. I'm just saying.
No, I welcome Diddy shooters. Come here.
I don't.
I'm
I got a
going
baby
to say
now.
the address in a second. Hold on.
No. don't do that. No.
I'm trying to get. I'll do anything for the views, Adam. I'll do
say,
anything.
Say your address, not this address. God damn.
I'll do anything to get the views up, even if it's people looking to hurt me.
But I want to
Okay.
ask you, Adam, like, Drake, the personality, I'm sensitive / I'm a playboy, evil, sex fiend. Like, are you still coming back to this and you're interested in the writing, do you think he's progressing in any way?
Or hasn't it gotten old?
Or is Drake just doing Drake?
I think Drake is progression. Like, I don't think that you can look back and say there's a consistent idea of what a Drake album is going to look like. That's why I personally keep going back to Drake albums, because it's not like a Benny the Butcher album, right? It's not like an Action Bronson album where if I go and I look at the Action Bronson album or a Benny the Butcher album, I'm going to know this is his flow, this is what he's going to talk about. It's going to be about cocaine or it's going to be about Star Wars. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Right? If I go to a Drake album, I have no idea what the bag is. I don't know what he's going for. Like, how do you go from Dark Lane demo tapes to Honestly Nevermind to Her Loss to Certified Lover Boy? Like, there's no... Like, I could tell you that, like, as a Drake fan, like, it is a Drake album in the sense that he showed up, he did what he does, and then he got the fuck out. But, like, it's a new experience every single time. You know what I mean? So it's not like I could say, oh, it's a Drake album in the sense that, I knew what he was going to come with. You know what I mean? Except for those intros, because every single time that intro hits you with that.
The
like,
intro
line.
is very similar, but I love the intro on this one. For sure.
Personally, I didn't like that one very much.
Really, that's one of my favorites.
Lean into me.
That's stuck in my head, man.
I didn't really think that was a very strong chorus, and
Fair enough.
he does the chopped up soul sample intro thing every single time. It kind of like, I was like, he's done this better on previous albums, like
You can argue the CLB intro.
I
is
will
better.
agree.
like the Champagne whatever, that one was better.
Tuscan Leather, obviously.
Tuscan Leather.
One of them.
Okay, that's the Tuscan Leather.
You can't even
argue,
compare.
like top 10 intro of all time. Like not even just Drake, just top 10 intro of all time.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because we were just talking about before we got you back on the line here that I was like, I knew what to expect coming into this Drake album. And I will say, Her Loss and Honestly Nevermind and even Dark Lane demo tapes, for as much as I don't remember that tape much at all, they were different in a lot of different ways. But if I'm talking about like big studio albums, like I'm talking about views. I'm talking about More Life. I'm talking about it's a playlist. I don't give a fuck. It's an album. I don't care. I'm talking about Scorpion. I'm talking about CLB. I'm talking about this one. They're all like an hour 20 songs. I mean, yes, he threw some rage tracks in here that kind of surprised me. And he always kind of like explores kind of some of the newer sounds and gets some interesting features. But for the most part, I knew what I was going into for this Drake album. But that kind of made the album better to me because I didn't have higher expectations.
And I do want to say that his features on this album are truly some of the best features I've heard on the Drake album before. Like, I couldn't go back and tell you, like...
I haven't thought about that much. I mean, the Cole feature, obviously.
Obviously. You got the Yeet feature.
No. I don't. No? I hate that song. No.
No way.
No, man. I can't do it. I just don't like Yeet. He was my last year on the rounding up the year podcast. I was like, this is the worst new artist. I hope he doesn't make it. And here we are.
He's bigger than ever.
I mean,
I didn't mind the other like kind of like Yeet-esque song, like Daylight, and the one before that on this album. But the one with Yeet, I'm like, he just sounds so bored, man. I don't know.
Fear of Heights, actually, I like that one.
Yeah, that one's decent.
Fear of Heights was really good. Daylights was really... I find the first 8 to 9 tracks were really Scorpion-esque. And then from the 10 on, it was kind of hit or miss for me. That's why I give it an 8.
Okay. Yeah, I think it starts strong, it ends decently, but yeah, I think in the middle there's...
It drags a bit. Like, personally, I didn't like that 79 Santa song at all. I thought that was one of the worst songs I've heard.
I didn't really like that one either.
No,
So we're way off on that. Explain why.
You guys are gonna get canceled by Kenny Beats. I'm gonna
Is that a Kenny Beats beat?
Directly with Tizo touchdown on all of you, except for Josh. Josh is.
I didn't say anything.
He's probably the biggest Drake hater here because he doesn't even listen to the music.
No, but he's abstained. He knows that these people are not to be messed with.
He's neutral.
You don't want to talk bad about Tizo touchdown. That man has nails in his hair.
That's true.
I'm like Switzerland. I don't want any.
He's a fucking creative character.
I thought that Tizo touchdown did bring some much needed soul to the first half of the album.
Amen. I like his feature on that.
Yeah, but it kind of felt like Drake, like borrowing like somebody who has more genuine emotion, but like I thought that it did do what it was supposed to do at least.
Yeah, and I think Tizo gave it, like you said, that R&B, because Drake is another one of those artists that really he has a problem with getting people to sing on his songs. He does it himself, and I agree that his voice, he's a singer, like, it's good, but there's individuals that could do it better.
He has good performances on this album, but, like...
There's limits to his singing capabilities.
If you put him next to SZA, like, he's not going to look as good.
Yeah,
but I do like that. Slime You Out is a great song.
Yeah.
He's the least effective R&B artist, but produces some of the best R&B songs today that are coming out, in the sense of, like, a big industry kind of...
I hear what you're saying.
Right? Like, I'm just glad that Drake himself didn't try and sing that SZA verse instead of actually getting SZA.
Yeah, it would be a 5-minute long Drake crooning song. It wouldn't be nearly as good.
But I will say that he does when he's in his bag. Like, if you wanna go and really deep dive into this album, like if you wanna go like members only with Party, right? He goes incredibly hard with his vocals, and so does Party. And he does kind of like this kind of... I don't know if you remember the Jamaican Drake.
Yeah.
I find that was the best iteration of Drake.
He brought it back a little bit on that one, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And it gave me the... How do I say it? It gave me the Views, More Life kind of taste that I needed. And
yeah, he was doing that definitely back in the day, for sure. What do you think of his new little cultural appropriation here with Bad Bunny, that song on here, Gently?
Oh man,
what song is that?
I think it's Gently, right?
The Bad Bunny
one where he's singing Spanish.
Oh, that was one of the worst Spanish.
That was
Spanglish verses I've heard.
He's talking about Sopranos, Italianos. Like, come on, man, what you doing?
I did find it weird that the album went from track 18 to 20. I don't actually see Gently on my album here.
What? Okay. I see what he's saying.
No. Like,
what
he's not acknowledging it. He's not acknowledging it.
I'm sure if Drake and Bad Bunny came out with a song,
okay.
it would be really, really good. I just haven't experienced it yet. You know what I mean? Like,
forget I said anything.
Track 18, BBL Love, and then it went to that Sexy Red song. I don't know if there was anything in between though. I don't.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, maybe you're
We're
right.
trying to write Latinos out of history now. This is racist.
It's not racist. I don't.
It's not racist if it's bad. For a bad verse.
Also, is Bad Bunny Latino? Come on, man. Come on now.
Yeah,
that's a real question. That's
I think he's from
he's
Puerto
asking
Rico,
the real
right?
questions out here.
Anyway, I have one question for you, Adam. What does it mean to be too down with the gangy?
Oh, I know. I can answer that.
Now listen, it may surprise you. It may surprise you, but I'm actually down with the gangy. All right.
Oh.
And the gangy. It's not a cult. It's just a group of dudes that just hang out and smoke hookah together.
We're gangy.
So the song's about a girl who spends too much time at the hookah bar.
No,
right?
too much time. She's one of the guys, like he was saying.
That's exactly it.
She's too much. She's too much within his group, where it's like I can't. It's not working.
Like you don't want to end up with a girl that smokes too much hookah with you and your boys. Like,
right.
Come on, man.
You don't want your girlfriend. You want your girlfriend to like your friends, but not to be like fucking in the fucking group.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I found this to be a fascinating artifact of like male. So women are objects now, right? Is that is that what you said?
Is your first Drake album out?
No, but I get it though. It's like, Jerry and Elaine weren't supposed to end up together. They're supposed to be just friends.
Yeah, but they're not objects, but
yeah, I didn't mean to paint you as a misogynist or anything, but I just wanted to get down to the psychology here.
No, it's okay. I want to know. This is not for any hit list. Don't worry, I'm not sending this to Drake himself. I want to know what your thoughts are on the album. Like, I want to know the rating. Like, give me a Fantano rating. Give me an objective rating out of. Let's change it up. Let's do it out of 5 because I feel 5. It's up to interpretation for the viewers, so they can get mad or they cannot get mad.
So out of 5?
Yeah, out of 5. 1 to 5. 10 is too specific. I want to get 5 just so less people.
I'd give it like a 2.8 out of 5.
I'm in the exact same, like in between 2.5 to 3 stars.
My problem with Drake is that just the subject matter of some girl ruined my vacation because she got tired of all the oxtail we were ordering and just like little things like that.
That was hilarious, Alex. Come on.
Things like that just like it's not that interesting to me. Like I like music that really makes me wonder about like the stories of someone's life, and with Drake it's just I've heard it all and it's not that interesting. Like, yeah, he goes to Turks and Caicos a lot. Like, I don't know. Some people can make it interesting, but with Drake, I don't know. It doesn't quite get me. But like his artistic choices, I think he does make some good ones, and there's some good songs on it. Obviously, blah blah blah. But the overall concept it doesn't interest me. So that's why I can't really get through listening to the whole album. Basically,
and to me, real quick before we chime in, Adam, I'll say, if I'm rating this as an album as a whole. It's too long. It's too bloated for me. But obviously, if I think Drake is playing the streaming game. If he wants you to take out the best songs, put them on your playlist and play those. He's not trying to make a cohesive 100% all the way through album. He's trying to get the numbers up. So he's in terms of what he did what he wanted to do, but like at the same time, I don't know the next time I'm gonna spin this from front to back and listen to every song, including the Bad Bunny one. It's on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right.
Now. I will say, I don't think Drake gives a crap about numbers. I think that what happens is he wakes up, he eats his jerk chicken and oxtail, all right, straight in the morning. He's a madman. He doesn't start with eggs. He just goes straight protein because you see how beefy he gets in the gym, right? So he goes straight protein, straight jerk chicken and oxtail right in the morning. And then he goes in the studio for maybe 3 to 5 hours, sits there, listens to YouTube type beats, And then he makes a crazy track, and then he says, "Okay, Noah, do something." And then Noah does something. Noah 40. Shout out Noah 40, one of the greatest producers of all time. Noah 40
Big take.
puts a Drake track into the stars. Like, I would say Drake puts it in the cloud, he shoots it up to the stars. And then he sits on it. I don't think any of these songs, except for the Scary Hours one, because we got confirmation that those ones were the...
They were done in like 5 days or something like that, right?
No, he said he made it in 5 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have had his whole team of writers there. Come on. We know he doesn't write all of his own shit. Come on.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know, because they're all, like, the amount of, like, Drake-level, like, Instagram bars, I'm like, that's gotta be just him, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, at least 8 a.m. in Charlotte, he had his whole writer's room, like, SNL style, going crazy on that one, because that's lyrically the most, like, dense...
One of my favorite tracks on the album.
Best track on the album as far as, like, pure rap heads go.
Yeah.
I mean, that line about the Czechoslovakians, like, that was... that was one of the craziest ones. To reference 2 defunct European countries in a track, like, that's
what interests Alex, is the weirdo history type of it.
Hey man, I'm not gonna disagree with you. That was kind of crazy, but I also believe that Drake himself does suffer from some level of schizophrenia, and he adopts multiple personalities when building an album, and we just get a taste of it. Like, they aren't playlists; they're just different Drakes on every single track. So,
I kind of feel what you're saying there. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, it is like he has a room of writers, but I don't believe that Drake actually has, like, a writing team. I think he has a bunch of people in the studio with him, and they're just, like, talking. And then when they talk, he's like, "Oh shit, that's kind of a bar." Like, I don't think Drake himself is gonna say, "Oh, one of the girls I dated, I took her to first class. I told her there was no seats in the first class, but." There was actually seats, and then I fed her nothing but jerk chicken. I don't think Drake... I think if you're with Drake, you can have whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's going to force you to eat jerk chicken in Knoxville. I don't think that was him. I think
honestly, that tracks with my interpretation of his character. That's for sure.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about when you say you don't like that. Because we've all been there. You haven't... Okay, if you replace jerk chicken and oxtail with Osmos and Luganos, you're going to tell me that isn't hilarious?
All right.
Okay. Well, you picked the two. You picked the 2 closest to our hearts.
My girl cooks, all right? I don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah.
I'm not dating some immature 22-year-old.
All right.
I date adult women.
Okay, yeah.
Adults?
Yeah.
How's that X-Men poster in your place going?
She likes it, actually.
Okay. Oh, I'm sure.
She's a big X-Men fan, like me.
Oh, I bet she said that.
She's a real-ass chick, all right?
All right, Adam, but before we let you go here, because we it's almost 10 p.m., we don't want to take too much of your time. Since Alex didn't listen to too much of the Scary Hours, favorite song on there, what do you think?
I gotta say, Stories About My Brother. I feel like the shoe fit is definitely the single.
I was gonna say Shoe Fits is one of my faves.
Yeah, it was definitely made to cater to most of the individuals. It's also one of the longer songs. It's like
it's like 6 minutes. Something like that.
Yeah.
And what was that one about again? I remember thinking about something with that one.
Like, he was like, I can't rap like I used to. I just don't know how.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a whole story about how, like, I don't even know what, like, James Harden stole one of his bitches or something. And he was like, I got sniped. The sniper, man.
So like
Number 13.
But I feel like if you were a fan, I don't know if you remember that Action Bronson album. Of course you do, because I know you're a big fan of it. But
Tearaway Shorts.
You were too. What was it? The one?
Alfredo, the one with Alchemist.
No, yeah, the Alchemist one. That was Alfredo, right?
That's Freddie Gibbs. You're thinking.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
But the Alchemist Action Bronson album, the Stories About My Brother it kind of sounds like that, and I was really like, wow, I didn't know.
I was listening to this like deluxe, and I was like, where's the Earl feature? Like you could almost like a lot of this production is like Griselda, like slums type shit. Like just you could get like some of these like Mike, like some of these low key artists like on this shit. It would be crazy.
and that's a lot of the music that I listen to now. It's just a lot of underground New York.
Yeah.
So when he came out with that song, like I was loving every second of it. But I could also agree that because another one of my friends had a take that he said it was kind of just monotone, repetitive, and he couldn't really get into it, which I understand. But that's a lot of New York underground right now. It's just bar.
And I like the rap heavy Drake. I like the bar Drake. Like even if some of them are corny, like it's like if Big Sean were to spit this shit, it'd be the same thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, writing is pretty strong overall. Yeah. Like
maybe it's disrespectful to compare him to Big Sean writing wise, but
I don't think Big Sean. Sorry, I will not unleash my Big Sean take upon the world. I don't think they're ready for it yet. But I will say Big Sean is not in any way or form or shape or any presence. He's nowhere near Drake. Like you couldn't put Big Sean in the same room as Drake and not get him kicked out by security.
Okay.
He's exiting
I'm way up. I feel blessed.
Last question for you, because there sparked some controversy. I think it was stories about my brother talked about like white America thinks I'm a threat type shit. Do we think that Drake is a threat? Do we think he has shooters? Do we think he's a mob boss? Do we think he's gotten people killed?
He did not set up XXX.
Nah, come on.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of every time Drake says a line about him having shooters, and then everyone
runs to the
Twitter,
X shit, yeah.
It's just like, yo, he said something about X.
Yeah.
No, he's just a dude from Toronto. He has a house called the Embassy. You don't think a man with a house called the Embassy wouldn't have someone, like, look into him already? You don't think that the Canadian Mounted Police would not have brought horses to his door if he killed XXX? This man is fine. He's okay. All right? Listen, Drake is not dangerous. I will say the people he knows are dangerous. Like, you don't want to mess with Jay Prince. You don't want to mess with
Fair.
Diddy. You don't want to mess with you don't want to mess with Fat Joe. You don't want to mess with any of them. But also
Birdman.
Oh, you don't want to mess with Birdman.
I mean, you can mess a little bit with Birdman.
Nah, man, he and Young Thug shot up Wayne's tour bus.
Nah, but you can mess a little bit with Birdman. Birdman specifically, like, I feel like after this whole Drewski situation with Birdman, like, because
I don't even know what happened with him.
Birdman snatched the Drewski's train.
Oh man!
Because he was making videos about Birdman and about how Birdman is just being Birdman, and he plays a character without knowing he's playing a character.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what makes him one of the great characters in hip hop.
Well, we had that sketch years ago where we did a parody of that.
Respect on my name.
Yeah,
respect on my name is one of the enduring
legendary
things in hip hop culture. So come on.
But he's also from that era that you can't mess with him. You know what I mean? Like, you can't joke with him, you can't mess with him, which is also just adding to the comedy, right?
Yeah.
So when I say you can mess with Birdman, you can mess with Birdman a lot. I don't think anybody's gonna shoot you over Birdman, but like Jay Prince, you can,
but you don't want to. If you see him across the room after you made fun of him,
if he's doing the hand thing,
go to the bathroom.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know when Drake references Somalis, he's actually just referencing Jay Prince's forehead. That's all it is. So just don't mess with Drake.
I don't even really get that joke, but
just don't.
It's probably better for our safety that we don't.
Yeah, he knows some people.
All right, we're gonna do rapid fire things. Give your opinions on, or say that you haven't heard it. Brent Faiyaz.
Just the artist or the album?
New album. Did you listen?
I would say mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you listen to what else?
I guess we're talking about Offset. Listening to Offset.
Great album, not for him.
Okay, I can see that.
Cardi B out-rapped him on his own album.
Yeah, I mean she's a great rapper.
I think Offset is just meant to be in a group, and I don't think I can stand another full album of Offset.
Fair enough.
I feel like that's a bit of a hot take. It's a great album. I just don't think that me personally, I can just take a full only Offset and features. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I agree.
Last one here. Westside Gunn. Do you peep it?
I refuse to listen to that Rat Boys.
Fair enough. I agree.
Okay.
I agree, and we'll have to get you on for the next, I guess, Big Sean episode too. I want to hear this take. And I'm
You don't want to hear my take on Big
okay.
Sean.
We keep saying last, but Drake says that he is taking a break from rapping. I mean, he just put out a fucking deluxe. So
a Drake break?
I mean, do we think this is true? I've heard on the internet that it's because of his tummy or something. His stomach is hurting him or something. That could have just been a joke.
My tummy hurts, so I'm gonna take a break.
Drake takes a break because his tummy hurts.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. My sources.
No,
do you think he's actually going to take a break?
I think that this is a Dark Knight situation. Remember the end of Dark Knight where he rode off into the tunnel and then you didn't see him again until Dark Knight Rises and he was like 50? It's going to be one of those situations. I feel like if you leave Drake alone for long enough and you give people enough time to miss him, and he's going to come back with a crazy album and everyone's going to be like, oh, he's the undisputed GOAT. Like, Tupac had to go to jail. Biggie had to deal with his kid. Everyone needs a hiatus. Jay had to go focus on Rock Nation, and then he came out with 444, and that was one of his greatest grossing albums.
Okay.
Like, you just got to give him time, and then I don't think he'll drop some loosies, he'll be on some features, but he won't do anything serious.
Yeah, I think next year we're definitely not going to hear much from him because he's been grinding so much the past few years. But I can't see more than a year or two hiatus. He's too big to not.
He said it was only supposed to be a year, but I think it'll be a little bit longer. I think that once that year is over, and he actually just decided, like, hey, I'm coming back from vacation, it's going to take him a while to get back into the mode. But yeah, no, I'm glad he's taking a break. I feel like giving people the chance to miss him is a great strategy.
I would personally love that.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, I feel like we're a little oversaturated right now. He gave us so much in the past 3 years. Like, quite literally, you couldn't, like, put a genre on his albums the past 3 years because it was just all over the place. I'm glad that he's taking a break. You know, sipping some Mai Tais. Maybe he'll expand his palate from jerk chicken and oxtail to maybe some calzones. I don't know.
Okay, that'd be interesting career trajectory.
All right.
Speaking of breaks, Adam, please take one for your health and for ours here at the Rapcast.
And for the first Rapcast baby, and we will be sending over a Rapcast onesie.
That's true.
100%. Merch, baby.
And turning your baby into an advertising opportunity for us.
What else are babies for?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Marketing.
Okay, appreciate you, brother. We'll have you on soon, and we'll talk soon. Again, congratulations. All love to the fam. And
shout out my shooters out in the La Belle Province.
Okay, come on, then. Come on. Exposing this. All right. All right, get some sleep, man. Appreciate you.
Love you, gang. Thanks for having
Love you, bro.
me, guys.
See you,
Take it
D.
easy.
Do we have even much more to say? I mean, we can go through some stuff here.
We'll go through some stuff that we missed. We gave our we've repeated ourselves several times already. So let's go through it quick.
Yeah, I mean, I like the intro track, Virginia Beach. The bar I think we already talked about this bar last episode, but you're gonna find out that it's on site like www.onsitelike.coms.
Trash.
Okay. That's the problem with Drake is that I can't. It's so hard to tell if it's corny or if it's like a good bar at this point. You know, like it's tough. It's muddled.
I feel like I've explained this before, but it's just the idea that when there's a certain tongue-in-cheek comedy about his character, it can kind of work. Yeah. But when it's taken too seriously, like this is supposed to be actual poetry.
Yeah, then it's okay. Yeah,
it's like this. He
dropped the poetry book.
He had the bar about like my whole life is W's and M's. My feeling like a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like that ain't good.
Yeah.
Fair
enough.
Amen, cool piano beat. Tizo.
Yeah, so it's alright. Tizo, Drake's okay verse. It's not one of my favorites, but it's alright. To me, Tizo kind of sounds like a knockoff Ty Dolla $ign or some shit. Like, vocally.
Yeah,
And a lot of the harmonies
I have
he's
yet to
doing.
give his album a try.
Same.
But I kind of wanted just to figure out like what a Tizo album is like.
Yeah.
Calling for You didn't like too much.
I didn't like that one either, really.
Again, the part where that's the annoying girl complaining about the vacation and
If it was,
like,
it
I don't care about
it goes
that.
on too long. If it was at the end of the song, maybe. But even because like you're just waiting this whole time for just kind of another average 21 Savage verse, like it's not even worth it, you know?
No, the 21 Savage not worth it.
Boring Drake verse to me.
And well, I'm not against vocal samples that sound like they're from real life people or whatever used in songs.
For sure.
I just thought this wasn't a very good one. Like for example, Brent Faiyaz, I think he has a lot better usage of real life sounding skits that give the album a storyline.
Right. Like it's a very Drake skit, but like it's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Fear of Heights, I liked.
Do we think that he's dissing Rihanna at the beginning with all the anti shit?
Oh,
he's talking about like
I didn't even realize
there's a whole like the whole kind of intro to that shit is like you weren't even that good in bed, like you're new guys, whatever, like it could be very much read in that way, and a lot of people are going off on it, but it's it's so hard to tell.
I stand with Rocky on that one.
Yeah, facts.
Fear of Heights, good song. It's kind of sort of an evil vibe to it that I like.
First of all, to backtrack a second, in Fear of Heights, he does have the first of a few Pusha T disses on here. Virginia, I pull up and chill. You know you can't come where I stay.
Yeah, I like Virginia. Watch out, Pusha T. Drake is
Virginia
in your
Beach.
state.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that much. Like, Drake,
No.
Pusha doesn't feel threatened by it anymore.
He doesn't even think about it.
In Pusha's mind, it's over. So you're the one who's going on and on and on about it.
Yeah.
And, you're not just pulling up and chilling in somebody else's
It doesn't
zone or whatever, and, you have to come check in with the gangsters before we'll let you in the city. Like, that whole thing is so stupid, and no one really should ever take it seriously. Unless you're, like, really in danger and it's, like, a real-ass, like, beef. But this is a fake beef that he's just milking at this point. But, I like the chorus. Girl, you make me want to cuff you like the law.
Girl. Yeah, it's fun.
Daylight, just okay track.
Yeah, it's another kind of the rage beats. I don't like the Scarface intro. I'm like, you're doing Scarface, man. Like every SoundCloud rappers put Scarface in their intros, man. Like, that's not unique, you know.
I liked it when Nicki Minaj did her take on the Scarface thing.
But this is kind of going back like on this song and Fear of Heights as well a little bit. He's kind of what we talked about before, kind of Drake's like fake gangster persona, and he's talking about this on his album as well. He was like, I only turned gangster recently. Like I was just a dude doing TV back in Toronto or whatever. Like, but I mean, Adam obviously doesn't think that he's really gangster, and I don't think so either. Really, I mean,
well, like, did he become gangster after he got plastic surgery on his face, or like,
or after he started hanging out with 21 Savage? Does that automatically make you a gangster? I don't know. So it's just hard to really like Daylight and Fear of Heights, like they're decent enough songs, but it's hard to really get into them because it's not really legit. I mean,
speaking of kids, Daylight, I think Adonis killed him on that shit.
Washed his own daddy,
my man.
And then they dropped a whole song and a music video for just him. I'm like, this. I mean, it's whatever. It's fun. It's
I mean, for a 6-year-old,
I'm never gonna listen to it.
But
in my life. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on it too much.
You can't hit on a kid either. But you also can't hate on a kid.
No. Well, that's Drake.
Yeah, true.
But next track, First Person Shooter, highlight of the album.
I have a lot to say about this song though, because I think it was too much of a calculated media move of like, all right, me and J. Cole, we're gonna make this alliance so that we can like set a new narrative on who the goats of the game are right now.
It is a lot,
and it's very much like appealed to like hip hop Reddit type people to be like, oh, he's throwing his hat into the ring.
Yeah,
two goats on a track together. Yeah. Like this is but I think it kind of misses the mark slightly.
Like it's not
as good as like
that great
Sicko Mode or something.
No,
crazy
it's not
shit.
that great of a song, obviously, but it's cool that they're together, and I don't think it's as like they've hung out. They had a collab like way back in like 2012 or whatever. They've hung out since. There's pictures of them hanging out and stuff. Like I don't think it's a fake relationship. I don't think they're fake tight just for the song because they're going on tour together as well, and they have another.
No,
song
I just think it's kind of a cynical alliance of the two of them, where J. Cole has been rapping about
three,
Drake for so long, and they're trying to set up this whole narrative of who the GOATs are. And
I understand. If you're setting up this narrative and you get this song, it's maybe a little bit lackluster, underwhelming. But for what it is, and especially compared to a lot of these songs in this album, it's one of the better ones to me for sure. And Drake, or Cole washed Drake as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And what do you think of the whole Drake's whispery kind of rap he's been doing the past few years? Big as the what? Big as the what?
I feel
is
that's
it good. Is it
I feel
catchy?
that's him trying to do Playboi Carti or Yeet or whatever.
Yeah,
this kind of so you can play it live and just be like wah wah wah, and people are what, losing their mind.
Yeah.
And he's really vulturing onto this new thing with the Yeet feature and all that.
Yeah.
There's another bar, the Sardines line. Are we?
Oh, the search one name in my phone, you get 20 tings. Nadine, Christine, Justine, Pauline, Claudine. Bro, who's
pack him in the phone
Claudine?
like a sardine?
Who's fucking a Claudine?
Those are 90s names.
Yeah, those are.
So these are know. But maybe that's a good thing.
It was funny. It was a Drake moment, but I'm it's kind of whack. But
no, I thought it was kind of funny the first time, and then the more I think about it, it's too long of a setup for that punchline. Yeah. You can kind of see it coming.
Yeah.
But we're getting a little bit overly critical with that one, I think. But
yeah, I want to mention it.
J. Cole also mentions his YB beef that suddenly came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, on the Secret Recipe track, there was something that got misconstrued, and YB said something on Instagram, and then so this J. Cole verse must have been pretty recent.
Right. I just think it's very funny to beef with you and be a young boy of all people. Yeah. Drake says I got youngins on my crew, and they all stream. Oh man, watch out, Pusha T! Drake's got streamers.
And also, he got youngins on his team. How young? What's the
Pusha T, pull up on these Discord fucking
these 13-year-old these Twitchers out here.
Just try to get in my fucking chat.
Yeah.
I'll ban you.
Boom.
Anyway.
Yeah. Interesting one. And then the whole Beat It outro, talking about how he's got he's tied with Michael Jackson, Beat It or whatever type shit. Because he got a certain amount of number ones or whatever. There's some sort of record.
I'm never gonna allow the narrative that he's somehow bigger than Michael Jackson. No. I'm never going to entertain that because it's just stupid.
Yeah.
I don't be giving no fucks about that song. Let's just say it's bad and move on.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he had a Danny McBride bar. That's about it. Oh, I did want to say the one bar, which was I want to get your take on. He was like, I stay with the O I stay with the O's like a tire. I stay with the O's like a bagel. I stay with the O's like a life. He's just talking about shit with O's in it. I'm like, bro, this isn't rap. What are you doing? This is some fucking fill in the blank Mad Libs, or not Mad Libs, fucking ad libs. Shit.
I'm tired of all the jokes about OVO, October. Oh, we wait for this all year from November to whatever. New subject.
Yeah. We're talking about 7969 Santa already. I mean, it's cool to have Snoop Dogg on it.
Slime You Out, good track.
Yep.
Wires Like Idris. I like that one.
What do you think about the whole Drake's whole kind of verse where he was he went through the calendar year, January you were like this, February you were like this. I thought it was pretty decent until he was like, July, that's when I figured out you lied. I was like, alright, no. 6 months in, 7 months in, I'm not, I don't like that one.
I feel like Simon and Garfunkel did it better.
What'd they say?
Yeah, April Come She Will. It's a great song.
Oh, okay, got you. And then Drake has another verse tacked on after that as well. I think it was maybe a little bit much. Could have been shorter. Kind of unnecessary.
It's a catchy chorus, but
overall, I do really like it.
SZA's part is good too.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean so sliming somebody is just doing them dirty?
My first thought was always the Nickelodeon slime.
He had a Nickelodeon slime bar on the Young Thug album earlier this year. But I don't think that's the same. Slime is your homie.
And then he posted a picture of Halle Berry at the Nickelodeon Awards.
So Slime You Out is
I think it's to do somebody wrong.
Yeah.
But I've heard that also slime can also be
slime is your
friend
your
because you're so close, stuck onto them you're a slime.
I guess. I never really thought too much into it.
But it might be considered kind of sus, depending.
What do you think Bahamas Promises? I actually think this was a solid R&B cut.
Good kind of slow jam to
Ty
it.
Dolla $ign background vocals enhance it a bit for me. I mean, it's more of the kind of the same, but like it's one of the better attempts at it on this album.
I think it's a little bit more tongue in cheek about his like
Yeah.
hey Lee,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah. And it's not a bad like singing performance either. Drew Picasso, again, another kind of just boring half rap, half R&B type.
I think there's some
Great
decent
song.
lyricism in that one, but it's just
The whole like I want to die refrain. Yeah, that's what I want to do listening to this fucking song, man. Come on.
Members Only we talked about.
I don't like this one. Adam was bigging it up. It's a snoozer to me.
I kind of like it though. Just like the whole concept of these crazy exes and these girls that hung around with the gang, and like I do think it is kind of an interesting perspective for a song.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it on my phone. Maybe it'll grow on me, but it's not one of my faves.
I'll think about like I had to drive 40 minutes to get to you. Now that's a sex drive or whatever. Like,
come on.
have you ever driven 40 minutes for some sex?
I've driven an hour and a half.
God.
Come on. Then the notorious bar here. Feel like I'm bi, because you're one of the guys. So he's lesbian. He's bi.
We could do a whole new most sus bars segment.
Is it they them now? I don't even know. Is it? Oh, man. Who's to say?
Fellas.
What would Pluto do? What do you think?
Laugh now, cry later type beat. Yachty.
Yeah, to me, it's like a Yachty inspired
song.
kind of. He's on the ad libs here.
All the Parties, not my fave track.
Yeah, kind of whatever. He says shout out Little Palestine. She with the gang, so pro Palestine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, update on the war, more indiscriminate killing. We have
Nice little war break we're having in the pod.
War break.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrific situation going on.
In case you weren't aware, in case the three people who weren't aware of it, because it's all over the place, everywhere.
8 a.m. in Charlotte. Yeah,
Conductor
the
beat.
Conductor.
Crazy.
He's getting a lot of looks lately.
Yeah, man.
It's good to see.
I like the
One
kind
of
of
my faves.
the horror movie bars he has. He references Us. He references Silence of the Lambs. That was good. Nice to have like a 3-verse track that's like solid all the way through.
Yeah.
Old school shit. Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia bars.
I like his kind of like a little in between the verses, asides that he gives. Thing about like how he's given so many people hits, and it's like don't mention it, but just maybe try to pay it back, or or don't, whatever.
Yeah, I think sometimes those are effective. His little like kind of quips at the beginning or in the middle of songs. Sometimes they're kind of corny, but I thought they were played off well in that song.
BBL Love.
Ugh.
We can't accept this level of shitty, dumb, like unoriginal metaphor. Like, oh, love is like a BBL. You have to feel it to know it's real.
Holy shit, man!
Like
that's like something a 12-year-old would fucking come up with.
That's like some. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like a girl Instagram meme page thing that would post that, or like.
And the level of crooning he does in here is sickening to me. Okay, Rich Baby Mama. This one's probably polarizing.
Rich Baby Daddy.
Sorry, Rich Baby Daddy. I wrote it down wrong. Oh, here.
Kind of a fun but trashy song.
Yeah.
It's kind of like fucking like vaporwave or some shit. Like
kind of a weird kind of dance beat. Yeah, I'm not sure what it might fall under.
It's just for the Sexy Red fans out there.
Yeah, Sexy Red kind of just came up. We haven't really talked about her at all. Like she somehow, I don't really know why or how, but
she's out here.
Cool. Yeah, it says another verse is good. Another kind of tacked on Drake verse at the end. Doesn't need to be 5 minutes. One of those tracks.
No, yeah.
I thought it was alright. It's fun. Another late night with Lil Yachty. This one we could see coming a mile away. The amount of times Drake and Yachty have been spotted together hanging out and shit the past little while.
Pretty good track overall.
Yeah, solid, kind of like, one of those rage tracks. A few questionable bars here. He mentions Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, it's like
on here.
So if you make a joke about his obviously sus behavior, he's going to attack you with his armed guards.
Yes.
Cool.
We're right here, Drake. Come.
This is the rap game's Kevin Spacey at this point.
If you call out his shitty behavior, he will attack.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable. Anyone in his position would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Relatable music, am I right, fellas?
Drake also has, or Yachty has a bar. She had big tits like Billie Eilish.
But it was a line about how she doesn't show him off too much, you know.
And
so,
Billie Eilish commented on the bar. She was like, "I'm friends with Yachty. I think it's funny." Like,
yeah.
So
she's an adult at this
I'm
point,
not worried
right?
about
So it's okay.
Drake messages mentions ASAP Rocky again here. I'm pretty Flocko, bitch. This shit getting really rocky. I don't think it's a diss or anything. I don't think it's anything really, but it's fuel to the fire, if you will.
Yeah, if you want to start building a narrative there,
yeah.
I mean that would be a fun beef to see, and
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky would destroy him if he wanted to, I think. But it's not really the type of
New York
rapper
guy.
he is.
Yeah, he's not a.
He's never
diss
really
guy. Not a
beefed with.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be in a
I'd
beef
be
with Travis
I'd be
Scott for
interested.
stealing his swag. But
I'd be interested in seeing it, but Away From Home. What do you think of this one?
a rare song where you actually get some real insight into, like, Aubrey Graham the person, not Drake the character, but like
I liked it for those reasons.
some real
I
Aubrey
think,
things.
Yeah, I think what Adam was saying before, like it's kind of a long-winded, monotonous, just like one verse kind of thing. So it's not like the most interesting track, but like lyrically, like it does give you more info. Like I like it for those reasons.
Yeah,
like
no, it felt like something way different.
Yeah.
Like, which I
We've got
appreciated.
hints of it
at
in previous Drake projects. So this is like a whole song of like just.
But I think
references.
Adam was dead on when he said that like the last half of the album is all over the place stylistically, and it's just throwing shit at a wall. But
For sure.
I think that there's a couple decent ones to take out of it.
Yeah, lost in the mix there.
Polar Opposites, just another
Last
Drake
track.
song.
I mean, he's kind of like self-diagnosing his one girl
with bipolar
disorder just because he's probably gaslighting her like a motherfucker. Like he's not like
the oldest trick in the book.
Like, oh, you're bipolar. Like, no, Drake, you lied to her, bro. What you doing? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, who hasn't done
a little
that
weird
with
one?
a bipolar
A little bit weird
girl?
way to end it. And like usually, like Drake outros and intros are like usually pretty good, but like as an outro, didn't really.
It's just like
hit
he's
for me.
talking about being blocked, but you blocked me on everything.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
can
bro,
you
that's
imagine?
how you-
Can you imagine
Oh
the
my God.
stress, the pain of being blocked?
You're a fucking billionaire probably at this point, bro. What do you have to?
You
what are
could buy
worried
the
about
internet
this?
if you wanted.
Yeah.
Who cares about being blocked by some girl?
Man.
Anyway, let's move on. Taking
that's
these stupid
Drake.
Drake glasses off.
All right.
I'm just putting my feet up on the thing.
Drake Westside collab. I think it was teased at some point, or it was a Benny collab. There was some Drake Griselda crossover that was gonna happen.
I think it was Westside Gunn, Katy Perry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. My mistake.
Yeah. Speaking of white girl, the boy Westside
Katy Perry.
Gunn is back selling that cocaine on these streets. It's, I would say, another hit in his discography. But I'm a fan and I know what to expect.
Yeah.
And kind of similar to his project from last year, it's a lot of random beats, like more boom bap beats, some trap beats thrown in there, a lot of special guests. Stove God Cooks, he relies on
MVP
a lot for
me.
features.
Feature heavy. I mean, that's kind of been the wave for him. Like, was it Hitler?
The Hitler Wears Hermes.
What was 8? Side A and B was like full of crazy features.
That was when I first got into Westside Gunn.
That was your album of the year.
I think that was one where it was on a different level consistency-wise, and it was also just new to me at the time, so it was one of my favorites. I think it was my number one that year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a classic to me every time I come back to it. I'll say that his stuff since then has not always been the same level of consistency, but his music and his overall sense of swag and just flyness at all costs is what keeps you coming back and keeps you entertained throughout. He never really has a bad verse, you know? He's one of those rappers that he comes on and he's got his style, his crazy voice. He name drops all these crazy fashion things and talks and just paints these pictures in his verses and gets in and gets out. He has a different level of artistic discernment that comes through on certain tracks where you realize that what he's doing as far as the luxury cocaine street rap, but bringing like sort of an artistic
Right.
Like even when you look at the cover it's
Virgil
like a
Abloh
Renaissance painting,
cover.
but he throws the
chains,
the big chains on it. Like understanding what that is and his stylistic wise is key to appreciating the art.
Yeah.
But not every track is going to sound great to your average rap fan, and some people can't get over his voice being kind of abrasive, and he borders on a comedic delivery sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just the personality and whether or not you're here for it. Of all the Griselda people, he's the most style over substance kind of guy.
Yeah, they all have their roles.
But I think he does probably the best albums as far as just like an entertaining product with a bunch of special guests from all across the hip hop world.
Right.
What was your impression on it?
I think it's going to be a pretty interesting discussion because I think it sucks for the most part.
Really?
I think there's like maybe 7 or 8 like really good tracks, but like I think it's even more of a slog than the Drake album. I just like halfway through I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like he's still just like, I think mainly my gripe is still this is my first Westside Gunn album, by the way, all the way through. I listened to all the way through.
Right.
So
okay,
my
we've reviewed the last one, but I think I mainly
listen. I listened to a few of the tracks. Like I selected a few. This ones that I think I might like based off features. or whatever.
Yeah.
This is my first one listening to all the way through, and I'm like, halfway through I'm like, I understand what you're saying with the in terms of the style and like the substance and stuff like that. It's just like, how much can you do and also keep it interesting to also keep it interesting at the same time, to the point where like he's kind of just saying the same shit over again. I didn't really write down many bars of his because I don't think I don't know if he has many standout ones on here. I just don't think it's for me. I mean, there's solid tracks, but there's a lot of slog and a lot of ones that I think are just purely annoying. And I want to ask you this as well. He took a lot of what I think are left turns production-wise here by having a lot of like trap kind of artists and trap kind of beats on here. Is that new for him to have like those kind of trap beats and not having to rely on like Alchemist, Conductor type guys?
I think he's moving in that direction a little bit more, and I think sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out as much. But I kind of like the schizophrenic approach to beats on this album.
There's something to it for sure. I just think the trap beats on here are like not good trap beats. Like they're like, if you're gonna do a trap beat, like other than like maybe the Costas however you want to pronounce it, with Conway and Benny, that's a good one. But like a lot of the
that's like a Take Heath clubby kind of beat.
A lot of the other times he kind of tries to go into the trap world is just not. It's done. It's like the mixing is off and like the beat just isn't that good, or the features kind of whatever. Or like he doesn't quite match it stylistically. My favorite tracks on here are the ones that are more Griselda-y, the really dark, spooky, grimy shit, which is kind of few and far between on this album to me.
Yeah, you don't get a ton of that on that,
and that's what I was expecting too.
That's kind of what you could go more into the old school Griselda to find more of that, if that's what you want. Go through a quick little track by track on it. I mean, I think you probably like the JID song, right?
I mean, Mama, that's one of my favorites on the tape. I think JID is like the best verse on here as well. I mean, maybe aside from Stove God on one of the other tracks, but yeah, dusty ass fucking like out of the basement, had to blow on the fucking shit to get the dust off type beat. Like, it's insane.
Old
Conway
school
kills
beat.
it.
I like, I think that Westside Gunn sets a good tone on
he
that
does his
one.
thing, yeah.
His first bar is like, I pull out my paintbrush or some shit. Like, but he said he talks about pulling out a paintbrush as if he's pulling out a gun. Like, his lyrics are always about being at the Louvre with his shooters and stuff like that.
Some of JID bars I liked on here. I just liked his delivery on the whole, like sprinkling coke on the keys.
Yeah,
that was fun. Put the red dot on the MAGA hat. That cracker pulled me over. Looked like Bob Saget. That was funny as well. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
I like that JID is staying on the firmly anti-Trump side of the rap game.
Yeah. Another slight to this album, I'll say as well, is like some of the songs are way too long because he puts in like these weird, like the whole like last minute of this song is like a weird kind of just slapping like kind of weird instrumental thing. I didn't quite
tap
get it.
dancing.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Because he's tap dancing on the blow.
Oh.
Didn't need it. This is a thing that if you were a seasoned Westside Gunn fan, you would understand what that's all about.
Yeah, I did. For an album as long as this was, like, I'd cut it, you know?
There's always... Yeah, there's the things that he puts in every single one of his albums that I like. And, you know, like the Fly God intro that he does...
I don't mind the intro.
I always like that guy who just shows up and just gives these strange dissertations.
Yeah. I thought it was a good
sort of
mood setter.
Intellectual sounding things that kind of like he explains why you need to be paying attention to this shit. Mm-hmm. Like he always has like parts where it's his kids shouting him out and like shouting out the haters. He often gives a little spotlight to like a street rapper that he knows from Buffalo or that he just came across that he just decided to just put this in it. But I think that these little touches they add and they make a sort of thematic point in that like we're trying to give you a taste of what's real, like what's straight off of like just not even a real rapper you've never heard of, but just some guy we ran into, or even like he has sometimes like the people that are like maybe fiends that he used to know that show up and give little performances. And
I can appreciate it here and there.
Things
but
like
it's
that.
like if it's already a long-winded album, like to me, it's like it's harder for me to appreciate it. But if it's a thing that like you said, like it's kind of more consistently in his thing, then maybe I would appreciate it more.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's like you have to understand the language before you can really like it. But if you don't like it, you know, I can't really convince you anything. But yeah, I think Costas was a good track with the Griselda crew. You ain't been to jail once, he says. I like that part. Conway's verse wasn't as good on that one. He says something about how I just got out the hospital. The anesthesia hasn't even worn out.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit where I want, where it's like, this is kind of crazy. Like, we're some murderers type shit. Like, that kind of reminds me of like, the old school, like, rap, like, horrorcore kind of, like, spooky shit that I fuck with.
1989, also. I'm curious. I loved Stove God's chorus.
Stove God's chorus is good.
1,000.
Yeah. And
1,000.
Yeah. I like the chorus a lot, but that's about it. I think the beat is trash. The mix, like the whole low voice thing that Westside Gunn does is like terrible. Like it's like badly mixed too, and like you can barely hear the beat. I think it's trash.
Okay.
I like Stove God's inclusion, but even Stove God's like verse is like, I don't know, like it's kind of stuttered. I don't really know quite how to explain it. Like it's just kind of not. I'm not quite sure how to pin down his flow. That might have been intentional. But
I mean, it was bit of a quirky song.
I don't think Stove could even save that one.
With Stove, it's often the sense of humor that does it for me. Suicide and Selfridges, I thought, I
like that one.
Kind of a cool beat.
Good. Solid verse.
Kitchen Lights was one of my faves.
That's probably the highlight for me.
And I think that like as far as effort goes and a whole concept, this sort of poetic and beautiful sounding
angelic,
sample,
like it's crazy.
And it's this very like look at how far we've came.
And Westside like has like a more of a theme of like his come up and the struggles and shit, and like Stove God like also mirrors that, where it's like more of a point to me, rather than some of these other songs. It's
just Stove God does an amazing way of like making how happy he was from selling cocaine. Like he's like he looked at a couch like filled with cocaine and was just like, I want to die here. Like I'm so happy.
Hang my jersey in the kitchen lights, man. Like, and it's funny because like over this beautiful beat too, it's like I believe him. I believe that happened, and I would also like if I was in a situation that's true.
He romanticizes the lifestyle and gives it like a bit of a new angle. And I know that like rapping about cocaine, like people can get tired of it or feel that it's one note.
Not for everyone,
like maybe it might sound a little hypocritical of me, criticizing Drake for always kind of being the same kind of guy. It's about finding new angles on something and keeping it fresh and keeping it interesting and putting effort into that. And I think that was a track where he delivered.
I think it's great that Stove God, like, is he like firmly in the Griselda camp at this point?
I haven't actually listened to much of his like solo music, but I think he and like Rock Marciano, and there's a couple of other guys that are part of this kind of more underground scene, Griselda-esque related, but not necessarily in the crew.
I really want to hear more from him because like he stole the show on most of the songs that he's on here, and he's on a handful of songs. Yeah. But like having a guy that can talk about this shit and has a good like rap voice for this shit, but can also sing is like, okay, that's like a superpower. Like that's like unlocks a new level for me that I can appreciate, and I can like. It's something new and more, maybe a little bit more exciting than hearing some of this more coke rap shit that you said that kind of can maybe get stale after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly love like the song he did with Rick Ross with the like dark trap beat kind of thing.
I don't really like that one as much either.
He does like some whisper rapping.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Rick Ross's verse, he says Chanel boots. Armani suits, like it's that kind of
typical Rick Ross
like,
fashion.
Just shouting out brands and lifestyle things,
Before we skip over it, Fly God 2 times ×2.
I thought that was a nice little track.
I like that one. Good, short and sweet. He's spitting old school beat. I like the Tyler outro. It was a nice touch. Tyler shouted him out.
Yeah, that was cool to see. House of Glory, I thought another good Stove God performance.
Yeah, not bad.
Sort of a gospel vibe to that
like the
one.
heavenly kind of almost positive, like triumphant beat.
One of the funniest Baby Gunn things where he's like, "Baby, I love you. Even though I fucked another girl 100 times, I still love you."
I can't. No, I think the singing is awful. Like, I can't get. I don't care that it might be funny. I can't get into it.
Okay, come on.
I'm just like, man, it sucks.
Fun police over here.
No, I know. I just maybe I was trying to take it too seriously. Maybe I gotta.
JD Wrist, the trap. I feel like you probably didn't like the Trapaholics thing.
I thought it was cool. Like, it's a cool, like old school thing to have in there, but it's just like it's kind of annoying. I don't know.
That's another thing of like the sonic language of Griselda, and like they've done songs with this like the Trapaholics style of throwback to the mixtape style and this like kind of rough editing and but it's probably not the best one to listen to. It's like it hurts the ear a little bit.
The beat's kind of weird. Stove God verse is solid. Westside was the fucking East T Knack guy with like he's like rapping with a strep throat or some shit. Like I don't know what he's on. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't like that at all.
No, I like the kid on the outro.
This is honestly like when the album starts to lose a bit of its momentum.
This is a bad stretch up here.
I didn't like the other one with the British rapper.
No, with gigs, it just doesn't. It doesn't like another poor trap beat. Like,
what did you think of the Ty Dolla $ign collab?
I'm conflicted. Like. Because they have like zero chemistry, but like this one, this is like okay, I get the comedy in this one of like Westside Gunn making kind of a sex track, but also talking about how he wants to kill you and like he'll hunt you down and like shit, like where it's like okay,
you gotta just allow yourself to like that sometimes. Like I'm not gonna be bumping it too much.
No, yeah.
I was just laughing at listening to that earlier and just laughing to myself about it.
Yeah.
The part, and then Ty Dolla $ign hops on, beat it up.
Yeah.
Beat it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he has some.
It's very
derogatory shit on
just
this one.
very graphic sexual verse. I feel kind of have to take a shower after.
It's not pretty, but it's kind of funny. It has redeeming qualities to it.
He's like, I love your face when I nut on you.
And he's talking about like. I'll spit in your mouth because you're talking too much type shit. He was like, oh man, come on.
There's a lot to
skin crawl.
Yeah. The song would get you kicked out of a
orgy,
a school.
Or at school. Yeah, that's for sure.
If you're a badass kid who's like 17 and you want to take over the speaker at school and freak everyone out, play that one.
Yeah,
that would be funny. I would like to see that video. LL Bull Gun. I like the hilarious wrestling thing where they edit in the baby saying "Fly God."
Yeah, I guess that was good. The chorus is whatever. Kind of just blast song. I don't really.
Not my favorite song.
Don't think about it too much. I like the next one, Babylon Biz.
That's where he got it. That's where it's more the Griselda boom bap.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. I like the outro. I like the verses from all of them. Keisha Plum in there.
I honestly was kind of disappointed by the Denzel Curry one.
It's not my favorite I appreciate the switch up, but like they don't have a lot of chemistry. The verse is okay.
They kind of just pick like a lame horrorcore beat.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but they do their thing. It's short and sweet enough where it doesn't like overstay its welcome and like get really bad, but like could have expected better out of the two, but also like I would have never expected it in the first place. So
yeah, that was another kind of out there feature that you wouldn't expect. The Boldy James song, Jalen Rose,
it's decent. I like the spooky beat.
I liked it.
I like Westside Gunn's bar about here. He's I've had more threesomes than twosomes. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Boldy did his thing.
Yeah, I mean, like. This is where it does get into a bit of a slog to like. I mean, I couldn't listen to this one like in one sitting.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's why if I'm like going at it as an album, I'm like I can't. Like, it's so hard to get through for me. Where it's like, yeah, sure there's some. I can pick and choose highlights and stuff, but like I can't like if you're rate like if we're doing an end of the year list type thing, like I would rate it lower because just as an album.
Yeah, just on sheer like the track level and I understand what you're saying. I don't review it as harshly as something like Drake because it's not meant to be I don't think it's meant to be taken as seriously, or it's more for the fans. It's more underground, so it's like you either get it or you don't. Whereas Drake is something that's shoved down everyone's throat, so you have to have an opinion on it
100%.
One way or another. The rest of the album is not really much worth talking about. I didn't really like the Casey.
Why just Casey on the outro? That's strange. I don't really fully get that idea.
Well, I actually did like the Rome Streets song.
One's the beat's cool, but at this point I'm just like, oh my god, man, like I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and the rest of it isn't really much.
Anyway, let's move on to something more you-centered.
Okay. And what might that be?
I don't know, but I feel like I've been pulling all the weight on this podcast.
Oh my god.
And we have probably about 15 minutes left.
Yeah, we're an hour 50 out here.
Josh is checked out.
Let me pull up the fucking list here.
Also shout out Buffalo, shout out my home. This is a Buffalo Sabres-esque jersey. So.
I mean the colors, yeah.
But I am a honorary Griselda member.
Yeah.
And I was just at Niagara Falls the other day, so pretty close to Buffalo.
Okay. You've been to Buffalo, no?
I have been to a Buffalo Sabres game before.
Okay, dope.
And I did meet Benny Conway and Westside Gunn there.
Yeah.
On the ice. I was playing for the Sabres.
This is a dream you've had?
This is back when the Griselda guys were hockey players.
Yeah, right.
Creating a completely false reality here on the podcast. And while we're talking about living in a complete fantasy world, Jack Harlow, he thinks he's a good rapper.
Yeah.
I did not like this new track.
I listened to it like once or twice. Terrible. What do you expect?
He's doing his thing. He's going club.
But it's another one of these fucking what I've said before on the last time we reviewed him on the Jackman album earlier this year. How he just takes the sample of whatever song and just has that as the chorus, so he doesn't have to fucking write a chorus, and then just like relies on that and just writes half-ass fucking verses in between it, and then fucking it goes popular on TikTok. It's the laziest shit, man. Can't stand it.
I think it's very awkward. Me and my girl were laughing at it earlier today of him saying, "Whip your lovin' on me."
Yeah, come on, Jack. Something that I really liked and I've been listening to a whole lot is the new Lucky Daye song.
Me too.
Called "That's You," and it's heavenly. It's just lovely. I like it a lot, and the singing is great. And I loved Candy Drip from last year. It's not as good as to me as some of his earlier stuff, but it's still really good. But like this is like to me like this is okay. I want this, and it's produced by Bruno Mars, which once you know that you can hear it.
Right.
It's like it sounds like a Silk Sonic kind of song produced song almost like.
Yeah. It has a real old school
like
vibe
those kind
to
of drums and shit that they use. Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to say other than I loved it.
Yeah.
And
great.
Shout out my coworker Vince, who's this 50-year-old guy
Lucky Daye.
who we started getting into music to get like.
That's cute.
We used to work together at the weed store, and now we work together at this new place. Nice. And he's just like an older guy who's like heard the music I was playing and was like, "Yo, like put me on to some shit."
Nice.
And we share music and talk about it and stuff.
That's awesome.
And he loves the old school R&B kind of stuff, and like I showed him some Lucky Daye shit, and he was like, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
He's like probably more of a Lucky Daye fan than me at this point.
That's great.
He went
Get
to
him on the pod, man.
Yeah, he got into Brockhampton.
Sick.
I got like, can you imagine getting a guy in his 50s into Brockhampton?
That's a stretch.
But he loved it.
That's great.
And the song Gamba was his favorite one.
Nice. That's a good one.
But yeah, shout him out. Nice guy. He's from California.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about the Offset album, and I think Adam kind of summed up my thoughts on it. Is like, yeah, it's solid. Like, I think it's actually like a pretty decent album. Like, he manages to carry the weight a lot of the time, and like it's successful, but it's also just not the most interesting thing in the world, and like it's, you know, if you're comparing it to Migos, like it's just not, like, I just don't know, especially compared it to the Quavo album. Like the Quavo album was not to me.
I gave this Offset one listen, and I could kind of like half hear it through I had the phone in my breast pocket.
Yeah, no,
but
you
like,
gotta give it a proper, like, it's not bad. Like,
I was like somewhat entertained, and I was like, oh cool, like they had like some more poppy features here, like Chloe like
is great.
Lotto.
I love that one. Lotto kills it. Cardi B obviously on Jealousy kills it.
No, I thought there were some moments on here, but it was like listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And there were some different vibes he got into.
Yeah, I guess Save My Grace with Travis Scott's good. I don't mind the Don Toliver one either. Worth it.
But I feel like Offset is a stronger rapper when he's just doing singles and just like doing a verse here and there. I feel like that's where he shines more than on the full album.
He has one song on here that's like really bad with Cardi called Freaky. Just like kind of a
sex song.
Yeah, sex jam. I'm not on it. I don't really remember it that well. But Night Vision I like a lot. He's talking a lot about like. He does get into a little bit of introspection here, obviously talking about Takeoff and the passing of Takeoff. That was just over a year ago, and talking about how like the label kind of fucked him over, and they had different visions of shit, and like talking about just like he would like to get like I still miss the three of us, but like it can't be that now. Like he's talking about the beef with Quavo and shit. Like there's substance. Like it's not just like a trap album. Like,
it is.
Substance. There's
it does have a compelling
shit,
story.
like,
I'll give you that.
Yeah. There's stuff to like. It's worth it, worth a listen for sure, but not the most compelling or interesting thing in the world.
Speaking of giving a thing one listen, I tried to listen to this Ken Carson album because I saw everyone was raving about Ken Carson as the new guy.
Yeah.
It's
the new fucking
these darn kids. I'll never understand this shit. I don't like it.
Yeah, he's signed with Playboy Cardi. Their whole what's their shit called?
Mentally Ill Records? I don't know what they're called.
Come on. No, fuck. It's like anti-social, it's like...
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's some shit like that. I don't know if I
School
remember.
Shooter Records?
Sure. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we'll go with that. Get some of these other tracks out of the way, then we'll wrap it up with Brent Faiyaz. They dropped a while ago, but I want to shout out the JID Little Yachty tracks. I thought they were dope. Van Gogh has been kind of out for a while, out in the atmosphere for a while, but it got a full release. And then the one with Babytron was kind of crazy. Hearing JID rap on like a kind of auto-tune type shit. The delivery was super funny. Babytron verse was
I'll be honest,
funny.
I haven't listened to those yet. I kind of forgot to listen to them, but...
you should, they're good.
Sounds like
you would like them.
A good combination of rappers.
Yeah, because Yachty can rap when he really wants to rap. I mean, JID watches him on both songs, but like, it's not, not his fault. It's JID. Come on.
I've been kind of trying to get into Babytron a little bit low-key, because I think
Shitty Boys.
He does have an interesting... I think he has some funny lines and stuff. He's a little bit more in that Midwest vibe of Detroit or whatever, what have you.
Do you hear the new Benny the Butcher Lil Wayne song? Speaking of dogs, Big Dog.
Oof,
I thought
they had some decent lines, but like overall, I was kind of like a little bit disappointed by the combo of these two rappers.
Yeah, it could have been better. The chorus is kind of mid, but like I think they both had solid verses.
Yeah, it was mainly the chorus for me that was kind of boring.
Yeah,
but,
the beat also isn't like amazing, but I like to see it.
Benny had some good like storytelling bars, kind of.
Just collab again and do it a little bit better.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't really give me that feeling that like, oh, these are some of the best rappers in the game right now.
Yeah, because there was that one Benny, Wayne track, and I think Big Sean was on it or some shit from a while ago, and that was a really good one. I think it was Benny, might have been Conway, but
right.
Hold on,
Wayne,
I'm not tripping.
Wayne was on a Conway album with Rick Ross.
Yes, but that's not the one I'm talking about.
God Don't Make Mistakes.
Let me pull up Benny on here in my library. Yeah, Timeless, Lil Wayne, Big Sean, Benny.
Oh yeah.
That was on that one album that you really liked. I like that one a lot. I kind of forgot about that one, but and then all right, let's do it. Brent Faiyaz.
I don't have that much to say, but I listened to it once and just thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
I like his storytelling. It's his style of R&B. He's a great singer. He picks some amazing beats. I thought Outside All Night was one of my favorite tracks.
That's a good one with A$AP Rocky, yeah. Rocky kills it for sure.
That's the only one that like right away jumped out to me.
Yeah.
But
I like Moment of Your Life as well. I thought that was good.
I enjoyed it, and I thought that there's a lot more rap features on it.
Yeah.
And it kind of it creates an interesting sonic palette for all these rappers to jump in and kind of help tell the story of
yeah.
And with Brent Faiyaz, like he kind of he has this R&B writing style of toxic masculinity, toxic men, and in their relationships, and like it's kind of I'm dying here.
Okay, I'll come in with my thoughts.
He's tread upon this ground before, but I'm saying he keeps it fresh and interesting, and is a good singer and keeps you entertained with that as well. So I'll just say that.
Yeah. Last year I had a take that was the last album, Wasteland.
You didn't like it very much. And then you
I
came
think I had
around
it
on
in top 10 worst of the year. I'll walk back that take. It's not that bad. It's just kind of boring a little bit to me.
Yeah.
And I just don't think listening to this new album. I listened to it twice, I think, and like I just don't think it's just for me. I appreciate the vibe, but I just think it sounds samey for the most part. And sure, the features are some of them are decent. Some of them were like kind of shit, to be honest with you. But it just doesn't grab me.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't think it's for me, unfortunately.
All right, fair. I mean,
I recognize he's a solid singer, but it's just like, what is he doing that's so different than anyone else?
I don't know what to tell you.
Answer me.
It's R&B, okay?
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
I'm not even into that many different R&B artists, so I can't really. I can't really.
Let you have it.
Explain what sets us apart from other stuff that I haven't even heard. I don't know.
True, and I understand like production wise and like kind of just like storytelling vibe wise, like that is a little bit like that's kind of he's in a lane for sure. Like listening to it, like okay, this is Brent Faiyaz. Like,
I like that style of R&B where you get a story. It feels like you're watching, like a soap opera almost. Yeah, I like that style. I like when people commit to the writing and the character of the whole thing.
I didn't get that too much with this album. I got that more with Wasteland.
Yeah,
and this one. Because
I could give this one another listen, and I might not be saying the same thing, but just off of first impressions, I enjoyed it, and I'm a fan. So I'm gonna stand on that.
All right, I'm gonna knock you over.
Speaking of ends, let's end on a Drake freestyle.
Next week, you guys are going to get Brockhampton heavy shit, Earl Sweatshirt heavy shit, Danny Brown, Andre 3000.
But
whole lot of Sampha, a whole lot of good stuff.
Now we're here to give you that real emotion. We're going to give you that real Drake shit. Yeah. We're going to do this fucking Drake freestyle.
I'm going to call the dog again, but she's definitely in bed.
So, prepare for some vocal runs like that.
Right. Josh, you got live auto-tune on here?
No.
I pray for you.
Do we have Noah 40 Shabab
Noah
here?
Come on. Tick.
But hold on, I gotta get in my Drake shit right now. Pours a glass of extremely strong whiskey.
Fucking Henny.
Taste all
BB's
life
Tings.
has to offer.
Oh,
Because
on.
a joyful life
For all the
is
dogs.
a beautiful life.
Hey, we got
Dude,
a dog ad.
what are the chances?
And then a Call of Duty ad after. No, it's not Call of Duty. Sheesh.
Man, after doing a podcast,
He always sounds defeated in this.
I just feel so emotional, you know? Like, does my girlfriend even care that I'm doing a podcast right
All
now?
these notes I wrote down. Don't do nothing now. Believe it.
Girl, you ain't been treating me right. You've been treating me like I don't even matter. You didn't even text me back. You didn't even care. Yo, girl, you really done fucked my shit up. I'm out here with my dog, trying to fuck this podcast shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't even care. Yo.
Look, girl, I'm trying to diagnose you, give you pills, trying to overdose you. I think you might be bipolar, maybe schizophrenic, maybe just diabetic. You need your insulin. You need your insulin, but I lost it, and now you lost me. Damn,
Girl, I forgot to bring the EpiPen. So now you're fucking freaking out because you just got bit by a bee, and now I'm thinking, damn.
How is this my fault? You should have reminded me.
Do bees bite?
Whatever, you got stung by a bee, alright?
It's a freestyle. Shit.
OVO 40 will clean that shit up
Yeah.
for us, alright? Yeah. That's it, man. That's the
October's
Rapcast.
passed, but you're still wearing a mask.
Shit.
OVO 40 for all the dogs. Shout out Deego.
Girls.
Murder the Mosh Pit music video out now.
Girls don't get me.
Next episode,
Girls
Earl
don't
Sweatshirt.
understand. They don't understand what it's like to be a man.
Check us out, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, whatever.
To be a little podcasting man in this world. To be made fun of for being too short. You don't get what that's like. You'll never get what that's like.
Melissa.
Yeah, you always gotta shout out. It's just a name. You're gonna shout out someone specific just to really fucking bring the night. Rapcast
57, baby.
Rapcast.
Come on.
All I got is a pipe dream and some crack chains. Street knowledge is the thing that kept me out the graves. I gotta watch my back, staying into space. Missing Sunday dinner, so I'm missing on the grace. I'm not mentally okay living in this place.